What is up, fans, friends, and first-time viewers? John Brisket Bolts here, Bolts Pressure Washing. Today we're doing something a little different, something I've been wanting to do for a while, is transform the back of this truck. This back here, this Hercules Bedliner kit. This is the original. Should be the whole kit in here. Application brush, 2 application rollers, a roller handle, and then some other items you might need. Masking tape, I have that. Cleanup rags, have that. Sander, sandpaper, all of it. All right, let's do a quick unboxing here. We got our instructions. We got a paintbrush. We have a roller handle. We have an applicator and another applicator, and the bucket itself. Alright, well, first step I know I gotta do is clean out the back of the truck, so let's get started on that. Yeah, so this Hercules Bedliner, it was only $100, and as you can see by the state of the back of my truck, it needs it. Figured taking the tailgate off would probably be the easiest way to start the process. I'll just, work on the tailgate first. And lift it over here onto my workbench. This is my first time doing it. It's a roll-on applicator. Everything should go smoothly, but, famous last words. Put down some cardboard in case I spill. And there it is. Okay, so mission is to clean it and to sand it. I have this stuff, and hope it works. So I wouldn't call this a review, and I wouldn't call it a tutorial either. If you know anything about me, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just like to try new things, so I know I gotta get this super clean. So that's the first step, and then we'll see how well this works. Truck liner can stick to it. Okay, that worked perfect. I thought it was gonna be way harder. Anyway, so we'll start off by sanding this. Oy, a lot of sanding to do. Gotta do the whole truck too, the whole back, and then figured I'd cover these bolts with some masking tape in case I ever need to access them again. I don't know if I will. I've never showed it before, but. Speaking of masking tape, I masked off everything where I don't want any of that bed liner, and that looks about as good as I can get. Try to get straight lines there, and alright. I mean, what's next to do except for just do the thing? It says, do not shake can. Contents might be under pressure. Alright, got my gloves on. Paint tray. So I'm gonna try and see if I can find something that'll work for that. And that should work. By the way, these are amazing. That's a paint tray if I've ever seen one. Alright, let's see what this stuff looks like. Okay, and you might be noticing here that it looks a little watery. I had the same thought too, but I've never done this before, so I just applied it, trying to get it in all the nooks and crannies, where the roller won't be able to reach. But then I kind of realized it's like coming on like a paint, and there's no texture to it. I figured something's gotta be wrong, but I figured I'd just apply it. And then when I poured it out, I realized how watery it looked. And I thought maybe if I use the roller thing, that's what gives it the texture, but it just wasn't look good. Until I realized, okay, I'm an idiot. I have to mix it up. And yeah, so I kind of wasted a lot of that there, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so it needs a mix. You can see how watery it was right there, but yeah, that stuff needs to be mixed in. So I'm an idiot. Go ahead and leave it in the comments. You guys probably would have realized it before I did. But like I said, this is not a tutorial. Yeah, see, that watery stuff is what I was putting on, and That's what it's supposed to look like. All right, let's just. Now it makes more sense. But this will, you know, you learn from my mistakes. So that way I don't have to make yours. So you see me here finishing the first coat on the tailgate there. And then we gotta clean out this bed. So scrub it up, dub. You know, got some soap and water in there. My brother helping me out today. And then I mashed up all the things that I don't want covered in the bed liner. Looks pretty good. Bolts, the siding there, where it meets up with the edge. Blow it off with the leaf blower, get those little dust particles out. And then the fun part, sanding it up, which takes quite a while. There's a lot to sand. I checked on this. It is still wet, very wet. It's puddling up a little bit, but I think that's going to look good, you know. Looks a lot better than it did scratched up. Speaking of scratched up, that's what we gotta do to this. You know, gotta make it worse before we make it better. And it takes a lot of sanding. And I bought this sponge sander thing. I kind of regret it because it's a lot of elbow grease. Luckily I had my brother. I tried a metal toothbrush. That wasn't working. And then I had a brilliant idea. Brian. What if I used the grinding wheel? Brian.
Yes.
All right, we're all taped up, sanded, and ready for the fun part, I guess. I bought M95 masks specifically for this task, and I completely forgot to put them on. And I did end up with a headache, so I definitely recommend some ventilation, which is where I was totally slipped my mind until it's too late. Anyways, it goes on pretty easy, you know, and it's starting to look good. It covers up all the scratches and the scuffs we made from sanding. And yeah, I think it's gonna work out pretty good. Here is it in all its glory with the first coat down. You know, you gotta wait 24 hours before you put on the next coat, but already, I mean, massive improvement from where it was before. I mean, 4 or 5 hours it should dry, and then we'll see. This is still pretty wet. As you can see, it's kind of pulling up a little bit. But yeah, so we'll let this dry overnight. We'll come back to it tomorrow, add another coat. I don't know if this will need it, but we'll do it anyways. This for sure is going to need another coat. So all we got to do is wait. But I think it looks pretty good so far. All right, it's the next day. Pull out the Blackstone, made some breakfast for the boys who showed up. And it turns out I met my neighbors, and they make YouTube videos as well. That's sick, dude. This is crazy. I don't even know what to think.
We've got like a little bug body that goes on it, like a VW bug.
Risky, you should hop on.
No, I'd break it probably, or it'd break me, either one. Next day, and doesn't look too bad. Things are dry, so time to do the second coat. This one's. All in all, I do recommend the Hercules roll-on bed liner. It was pretty much easy to do. It's a good DIY solution to have my bed look much better and be more durable. So we'll do a long-range test eventually. But right now, I'm really happy with the way it looks. Yeah, it wasn't too difficult. I only recommend reading the instructions, which I did too late. Got more projects coming up. Got the Caprice. Gosh, that's a big project. We'll talk about that later. And then also I'm building this into the perfect pressure washing rig, you know, with pressure washers, a whole soft wash system going back there. I'm going to have to do some welding, and it's going to be a fun project. So if you want, you can like and subscribe to watch that happen. Until next time, this is Bolt's Pressure Washing.